Hey, beautiful people, you know what time it is. It is a chat with Rashina. And I have a question for you. Are you staying because of nostalgia? Have you settled in a thing, in a situation, in a job, in a relationship, in friendships? Have you settled because of what it used to be? Listen, I was listening to one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Darius Daniels, on Sunday, and he's in a new sermon series, and we were talking about exit strategies. And in order to say hello, we've got to be willing to say goodbye. But he said something that stuck with me. He said a lot of times we stay in situations because of what it used to serve us, but we fail to realize what it's doing to us now. Listen, you don't have to stay in toxicity just because you're used to it. You don't have to stay in settling because you're used to it. You don't have to stay in mediocrity because you're used to it. Listen, God is calling us out. He's calling us up. He's calling us to thrive. He's calling us to operate in the kingdom. And he's calling us to say goodbye to some things and some people and some situations. And that's okay. Listen, you may cry a little bit. You may miss them a little bit, but that does not mean you have to welcome them back into your space. Listen, we love everybody, but everybody does not get access. And a lot of people will think that's mean, that's disingenuous, that's being hard-hearted. But no, a lot of times people come in our lives for seasons, and we have to discern if it's a season or if it's a lifestyle. So the question is, are you staying stuck because of nostalgia? Nostalgia is just that feel-good feeling when you think about what it used to be, when you think about the memories. We say the good old days. Are you staying because of the good old days? And God is calling you out and calling you higher. But you're remembering what it used to do to you, but it's killing you now. You don't have to stay. Dr. Daniels always says, choose your heart. Choose your heart. And it comes to a point in life that we have to choose ourselves. We have to be willing to grow. And it's okay, because when we're in a situation, a life or death situation, they always say you have to put your oxygen mask on first, because you can't be help to others if you are not whole yourself. So don't stay because of nostalgia. When God says move, when he pushes you out, when he says it's time to launch out into the deep, do that. It doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to understand it to obey God. So don't stay because of nostalgia. Don't stay because you're used to it. I think about the children of Israel when they were in the wilderness and they were getting frustrated. They were wandering around and they were like, take us back to Egypt. Like, we don't like Egypt, but we're used to Egypt. So we'd rather go back to what we're comfortable with, even though we don't like it. Let's not do that, children of God. Let's get free and stay free. So the question is, are you staying because of nostalgia? In order to say hello, you've got to be willing to say goodbye.